The reason that you're feeling unstable right now, at least you might be, is because you're climbing higher and higher than ever. And the higher you get, the more unstable things can seem at first until you start getting used to it. So it's not a bad thing to feel a little bit wobbly, to be a little bit short of air up here. It means you're moving in the right direction. So let's talk about that right now. How to get up the ladder of life. Let's go. So this is where we all start. Ground level, baby, ground zero. This is where everything feels the most comfortable, the most safe. This is where the old version of yourself loves to bathe and soak up the sun. This is where your ego likes to keep you safe, because this is what you have created for yourself, the box that you have created for yourself that keeps you exactly where you are, on ground level. Way too afraid to start going up the rungs of the ladder of life. So this is where we all start, and this is an okay place to be, but this is not where we get to stay. This is not where we decide to stay. We start by taking rung number 1. Okay, the first rung. This is where I can't stand being where I am anymore. This is where I become aware that I am finally going to make a change, that I've decided that I hate my life, I hate the version of myself that I'm experiencing so much that I can't stand it anymore. I'm going to take that first rung. So here I go. This is it. The first rung. Oh my God. Oh, it's not so bad. That wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was. Look, I'm only just a little step higher. I can see a little more. I feel a little higher. I feel a little taller. I feel like, you know, a little bit unbalanced, a little more unbalanced than when I was on the ground. But hey, this is nice. This isn't so bad. So this first step, this first rung here, this is where discomfort outweighs the sense of fear. You know that you can't fence it anymore. You can't put yourself in a box anymore. You are so dissatisfied with your current life that you have to make a step. You have to take the first step. And so that's what you decide to do. And you feel a little bit of discomfort. But you know what? I'd rather feel a little bit uncomfortable than to continue living in fear and putting myself down and making myself small. So I take the step up. And what do I feel? I feel okay. So congratulations, you've made your first step towards climbing up the ladder of life, the ladder of becoming your authentic self and expressing yourself how you truly deserve to. Congratulations. See, it wasn't so scary. We're on rung number 1. Not so bad. Again, I feel a little taller. I could see a little more. This is where you feel that undeniable pull upward. This is where you've taken that first step and you know that there's more in your life calling you. There's more to life than what you have believed previously. Common side effects of this rung, you're going to feel a little bit restless. You feel completely dissatisfied with your current version of yourself and your current reality. So that's why you've taken this first step. And hey, it's the first step. So congratulations. This is rung number 1. Okay, so now I'm settled. I've gotten used to rung 1, what this feels like, what it feels like to be a little bit higher. Here comes rung number 2. I no longer choose others before myself. I choose to put myself first. Here we go. Oh. Wow. Not so bad, not too shabby up here. Pretty nice. Hey, I like it. It's a little scary. There's a little further down to fall, but I feel okay. Congratulations, you made it to rung 2. This is where you choose yourself even if others don't understand. This is where boundaries start to form. You start putting up those walls, those boundaries of things that you no longer put up with. The bullshit from your boss, the judgment of others, your friends telling you what to do or shouldn't do, the approvals of others. This is where you start learning how to set those boundaries for yourself. This is where you start filling up your own cup first so that then you can pour it out to others. So you stop overgiving at the expense of your own joy, of your own excitement, of your own passion. You stop doing things that don't suit you best. Guilt may surface for putting yourself first. That's what's going to start right away, because you're going to start feeling selfish, the negative version of selfish, because selfishness is not an inherently negative thing. Everything is neutral. So you can define selfishness as something positive and powerful. I'm putting myself first so that I'm not dispensing of myself to others and overgiving and losing my light at the expense of helping whoever because I feel like I'm obligated to. No, Don't let that shame and guilt start coming up, because it will. That's going to bark very, very loudly, little doggy. You may also notice that you're getting resistance from others who benefited from the old you. So that old version of you that was a total pushover, that gave in to peer pressure, they're going to start resisting this new version of you. But that is sign to celebrate, because that means you are moving and committing in the direction that you truly choose to be. And guess what? Your energy is going to start coming back online, because you're filling up your own cup first so you could pour it out to others. I'm going to keep saying it. And that, my friends, is rung number 2. Okay, now here we go. Rung number 3. This is, I've already done this twice, so this shouldn't be too bad. Here I go. Oh, shit, 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 shit. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm starting to get real high now. People are really starting to get a good eye on me. I'm high enough where most people who I would hide from in my life are starting to see me now. Their judgments are way easier to find me now. What am I gonna do? Well, welcome to rung number 3. This is where you feel overexposed. You feel like you're literally and energetically being seen by way more people than you ever thought you would, or than you ever thought you wanted to. But this is the middle point. This is where everyone wants to start turning back, because you start getting way too overexposed. The judgments of others get way louder. The fear of doing something wrong gets so amplified, but it's okay. You can stay here for a moment. Visibility triggers old survival patterns on this rung. So don't be afraid when it happens. Lean into it. Say to that fear, fuck you. This is who I am. So yeah, those old insecurities, they're going to start resurfacing right here. This is where the ego starts freaking the hell out, thinking that something's going to go very, very wrong. It's looking down and being like, man, that's a long ways to fall. Man, I'm way overexposed here to the opinions of others. This is where you are so afraid of being misunderstood. That fear of being misunderstood is going to be real, real loud right now. But look, you're higher. You could see more. You could see more options before you. More people are visible to your experience, your life experience. So more opportunities can come in this stage if you just don't decide to shrink back down the ladder of life and get afraid and go right back to where you were. So don't do that. You don't need to. You're already halfway there. This is rung number 3. Okay, rung number 4. The threshold. Here we go. This is really getting bad. God. Okay. Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. This feels unstable. This feels wobbly. Is this really the right thing I should do? Is this really the right thing I should be doing? Seriously, this is way too high. This is, wow, what a view. Very cool, but Jesus, whoo, this is scary. Welcome to rung number 4. Did I go too far? Have I pushed past what is really possible for me? This might be what you're thinking, because you're in the in-between stage right now. You feel like you've mostly let go of that old identity, but the new identity hasn't fully formed yet. And so you're at this awkward in-between stage of, I don't really know who I am. I don't know anything of what it's like to be this version of me, to be this high on the ladder of life. I have no idea what this is like. Maybe I should just turn back now, go back to what I know, go back to that old self that's safe, that I'm more familiar with, that I'm more comfortable with being, even though it makes me miserable. These are going to be the temptations, guys. And I'm telling you, don't do it, because the view is pretty up here. The view is real, real nice. But Maxwell, everything feels real shaky and unstable up here. I think I should turn back. I don't know. I just don't know yet. I don't know who I am yet. That's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay, little one. It's all good. It's okay up here. It's okay to not know what's next. It's okay to be at that awkward in-between stage of not fully being embodied with your new version of yourself, but also you're at the very end of letting go of that old self. It feels good. Celebrate the fact that you're here. Don't turn back now. You're almost there. You're gonna feel anxiety without a clear reason. You don't know why you feel anxious exactly, but it's gonna be because it's such uncharted territory. But it's okay. You don't need to go back down. Don't go back down yet. This is a great place to be. Everything's okay up here. Settle in here. Don't rush through it. Don't rush to the next rung. Start getting used to it. Because listen, instability precedes stabilization on this rung. So you just gotta hang in there. Hang on for dear life. That is rung number 4. Okay, I've gotten used to rung 4 a little bit. I'm starting to feel a little frisky. I think I'm ready for rung number 5. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now, this is something else. I feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more quickly up here. I am starting to embody who I am meant to be. This is rung number 5. Here we go. This feels more safe. Rung 5 is actually starting to feel more like rung 1 now, which if you remember, rung number 1 was where you felt comfortable, where you felt safe, where the ego wanted to keep you in that box. Wow, this is really starting to feel normal up here. Wow, this is actually kind of cool. Oh, I could take my hands off. Hold me, Jack. Woo-hoo! I feel alive. I feel like my nervous system is starting to adjust to the new altitude. I can breathe a little bit easier than I did on the previous rungs when I was going up in altitude and I wasn't used to it. My lungs are expanding into the new me. My nervous system and my ego are starting to become resonant with this new version of myself. I like this new me. I like this new version of myself. I like this new life that is starting to synchronistically come to me because I'm deciding to be and embody who I really am in my life and what I really want to express out into the world. Things are just starting to naturally come to me now. Yeah, it's a little bit scary, and yeah, when I look down, it's a long ways to fall. But when I just look up and I look forward, God, the view is amazing. The view from up here is incredible. And that, my friends, is what rung number 5 is. And now rung number 6, our very last rung on the ladder of life. Here we go. I'm already adjusted. This shouldn't be too bad. I think I can do this. Oh boy, this is it. I just need to be brave enough to stand up tall on the last rung of the ladder of life. And holy sweet Mary, Mother and Joseph, here I am. I can breathe. I feel like I belong here. I feel like this is who I really am. Who I'm really, really meant to become. Wow. Look at the view. Oh, the fresh air. The high altitude, it's great. I'm used to it. It feels amazing. It feels like who I am. Welcome to rung number 6, everybody, and congratulations, because this is who you really are. This is who you truly deserve to be. This is where embodiment feels better than anything. This is where you no longer have to look down or look back behind you because you're comfortable. This is who you've decided to become now. This is who the ego attaches with and resonates with now. This is who you are. And the ego is going to keep you in place here because the ego is not a bad thing. It's not a bad guy. Now that you are resonating and are in coherence with this version of you, your ego is going to say, yes, please. We'll stay here because we feel safe and comfortable being and expressing the authentic versions of ourselves that we incarnated in this lifetime to experience. This is who I am. This is where you operate from presence instead of effort. You have a deep steadiness to you. You don't let the winds of life, the winds of change, blow you off the ladder. No. You're stable. You're confident in who you have now decided to become because you've practiced it enough that the top rung feels like home. You're detached from outcomes. You just feel detached. Nothing needs to change in your life in order for you to be allowed to be this version of yourself that you have accomplished without any conditions. All of the rungs that have made it up until this point have been conditionless. It has only been because you decided this is who you prefer to be. And so now, who cares about outcomes? Because it feels good just being who I am. You have a quiet sense of authority in you. Because what once felt risky to become, now, it just feels like home. Like who you really are. Congratulations. You've made it to rung number 6. And so my friends, just remember, your fear doesn't just go away as you climb. Your capacity for it increases as you go. And also, each rung is going to feel scary and terrifying until it becomes familiar. And then the last thing, which is very important, don't forget this. You never skip rungs. You stabilize one after the other. One step, one rung at a time. So no skipping. Don't skip a rung. Don't try to get from rung 1 all the way up to rung 6 all in one go. It's only going to create chaos and more resistance and frustration and guilt and shame and all of that. Take your time. Do it at your own pace. Who cares how other people view it? Who cares what they think as you climb? Just keep on going because it's your birthright, all right? So guys, I'm Maxwell Miller. If you've made it this far in the video, smash that like button and subscribe to this channel. If you got any bit of clarity, any bit of value to this video, let me know in the comments what rung you're currently climbing, all right? I love you so much. And just don't forget to keep on climbing.